No real look at it there. Tell you what, Elmer, we were talking about Jeff Talbert being the player of the game. We might have to give it to Braden Hart. So he did a beautiful job of leading the team down the field there at the end. Not sure how you feel. Hunter Holcomb may be the injured player. He is going to be helped off the field. Walking gingerly, to say the least.
To say the least.
Well, if this is anything like last week, where the end of the game just became a complete storm of craziness, then South would take back a kickoff here, get an onside kick, and get down to the 10-yard line.
Then throw an interception.
Yeah, and have a chance. I don't think that's going to happen, though, this week. It may.
It could.
It's a possibility.
It's definitely.
If you were coming up with bets that you could lay in Vegas, that would be one of them. You wouldn't get your money probably back as a return, but you could try it.
There they go with that muddle huddle.
It's an interesting muddle huddle. Seals calls him in. The holder. We see one of the best kickers in Stark County here in Nick Deek. That young man tonight has accounted for a good amount of the points for Alliance. He has 2 extra points and also 2 field goals for 8 points. Is he our Altman Health Foundation?
He's the leading scorer.
Is he our Health Foundation player of the game? Can we do that?
Why not?
With the kicker?
Key?
He's been key, right? That drive summary.
Okay. Number of plays is 9. The total yards is 67. And the final was a 10-yard TD run by
Braden Hartsoe, yeah.
Okay, Hartsoe. And the extra point was good. Okay. That young man put some life into the Alliance attack. There's no question about it.
I think he's I mean, I know Talbert played a good game, but I feel like other things won them the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, that drive just won them the game. That drive just won the game for him.
It did, which is why I think he has to be considered.
Well, we'll consider him.
The peanut gallery and Bob Jeffries is pleading for Jeff Talbert. He'll get some basketball recognition, Bob. You calm down over there, sir. He has had a good game, though.
Hey, he's the one that's kept him in the game. He's played tough the whole game.
It's true.
He has played tough the whole game.
So maybe for the multitude of things that he has done.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
The multitude.
Multitude.
It's a big word.
Does that mean a lot?
Yeah. Is that not in the picture book that you were reading earlier?
Yes.
Deke will kick it deep here. And Blackman's going to run under it. He's been dangerous. Blackman, he is dangerous. Here he goes with a man to beat. Shamar Blackman. Blackman thrown out. He's inside the 15. Nick Deek, the one who throws him out. We'll make this a nominee for a rock-solid play of the game. One of the later rock-solid plays of the game that we're going to get. This kid is a weapon, Elmer. They got to get him the ball. He is fast. Right?
Well, he's pulling away from me. Again.
He might have wanted to cut that inside there.
Where's the pursuit? Oh, there's somebody. 30.
It was Nick Deek who brought him down finally.
Okay.
Player is down on the sideline. I believe it's Blackman that's down. Get a look at him right there. He has put his heart and soul into this game tonight. He's been playing banged up throughout the game as well. I think you got to find a way to get him the ball.
That you could let the team score all the time and let him return kickoffs.
Hey, it's not a bad idea.
What do you think, Bob? Let the the other team score a lot, and he can return kickoffs all the time.
It's a hell of an offensive strategy. It's never been tried before because the last 5 coaches who've tried it have all been fired the next week.
The following Monday.
Lots of armchair quarterback work going on there. And he's banged up after that.
Well, I guess can't count on him for another return, kickoff return.
Well, what did I say? If this is anything like last week, they're going to score here.
Onside kick recover.
And then they'll get down to the 10.
Throw an interception.
It's a depressing proposition when you think about it. We've had 2 games like that this year.
Yes.
South still with.
They got to score here. They got to score.
A slight glimmer of hope here. Karavik is going to throw towards the end zone. This one is intercepted in the back of the end zone. And that is Dylan Bugera with a great interception. A needed interception, and he came down with it.
Very nice. He had good position on the ball.
Might have been his second pick of the night, I think.
Not a very big kid, is he?
Not at all. Bugera. Sims had the first one, that's right. So Alliance can put an E on it now. South tried at the end, but not quite able to follow through when they needed it. And they definitely had their opportunities tonight. And that should do it for us at South. Look at Coach Reed there at South in his 3rd year. Going to go back to the drawing board now this week as they continue what has been kind of a tough season at times, but one that has had opportunities to be better than what it is. The last 2 weeks playing against Salem and Alliance, and they've held tough in both games. They've been in the games both times in the 4th quarter, which is all that Coach has asked for. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have a interview with head coach Seth Whiting, the winning head coach, and we will also have final stats and highlights on the Alt Care TV replay game of the week. Stay with us.
Skeppers likes to keep an eye on her neighborhood, like MCTV watches out for our neighbors to make sure everything runs smoothly for our customers. From our technicians in the field to our engineering experts behind the scenes, we use top technology to keep your internet, TV, and phone connected. Plus, expert local technical support and friendly people to greet you. Everything in the neighborhood the way it should be. MCTV, we go the extra smile.
Community, politics, world news, and more. Find it all on The Gary Rivers Show, 10 a.m. till noon. Weekdays on News Talk 1480, WHBC, and online at WHBC.com.
1, ladies and gentlemen. 2, are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel this is going to be a big day.
Life were only like this.
Wouldn't want to miss this.
Looking forward to it.
What's this all about?
This is very exciting.
So cool.
Beautiful.
Great.
Mind if I have a look? I'm delighted to be here.
Amen.
I am.
Oh, very groovy, very groovy.
Let's have some fun today.
Like it? I like it a lot.
That's all there is to it.
I've heard a lot about you.
I've heard a lot about you, too.
.1480 WHBC presents the High School Football TV Game of the Week. The All Care TV Game of the Week is brought to you by Alt Care, Altman Health Foundation, CSE Federal Credit Union, MCTV, Northern Ohio Honda Dealers, Old Carolina Barbecue, SARDA, and Friends and Family Credit Union, and can be seen locally on This TV Canton.
And for the final time, we return in here to Breck Bueller Stadium, where Alliance was a winner tonight in the CBC showdown between the Alliance Aviators and the Canton South Wildcats. 20-7 the final, and after the game, our Noah Hiles had a chance to catch up with the winning head coach in Seth Whiting, who was in a very dark place on the field.
Coach, you had a lights-out victory today against a conference opponent.
That was worse than it could have been.
Worse than it could have been?
I appreciate the pun, though. It was
all right, so tell me a little bit about the victory. 20-7 the final. You guys battled all the way through.
I'm proud of our kids for keeping, keep fighting. Hats off to Canton South. Coach Reed called a great game on both sides of the ball. Did some things that we hadn't seen them do on film and caught us off guard. We made some adjustments at halftime and finished the game. But hats off to South. But I'm really proud of my kids for fighting.
Your defense pitched a shutout today. Only touchdown you guys allowed was on special teams. What'd you like about their performance?
They played disciplined. We preached all week about playing discipline against the option stuff, and they did a great job going to their reads, wrapping their read, and doing what they were supposed to do. So, Coach Abutine and Coach Rossetti and our defensive staff did a great job.
Brandon was clearly hurting pretty much the entire game. What do you have to say about your team's ability to adjust without him?
He got nicked up a little right at the beginning of the game and toughed it out through, but we just I probably should have subbed him a little earlier, but he's a tough kid and he wanted to keep rolling, so we tried. But Braden Hartsoe jumped in and did an unbelievable job that last drive. And our offensive line pounding the ball, getting down there and killing the clock. That's all we were trying to do. And then, Dylan Bagheera makes a great play at the end of the game with an interception. So I think our defense had 5 turnovers tonight. So thank goodness for them. They won the game for us.
Coach, 4-2 now on the season. Go celebrate this one with your guys.
3-3.
3-3, excuse me.
Should be 5-1.
All right.
But that's all right. We'll take it.
My mistake. Anyway, congratulations.
Hey, thanks, man. We'll take it.
That's our Noah Hiles with head coach Seth Whiting after the game. And Elmer, was a tough night for Canton South, one that they had opportunities to win this game in, and ultimately they come out on the short end of the score, and the statistics, I believe, reflect perfectly why we ended in the position that we did.
Well, for Alliance, they had 234 rushing yards, 47 passing yards, 15 first down for a total of 281, and 2 turnovers. For Canton South, they had 114 yards rushing, 0 yards passing, 7 first downs for a total of 114. And here is the key factor right here: 5 turnovers.
Yeah.
You can't win football games that way. Individually, for Alliance, Brandon Alexander was 9 for 17 for 47 yards and 1 interception. Jeff Talbert had 19 rushes for 123 yards and 1 TD. And Jeff Talbert had 2 catches for 31 yards. For the Wildcats, Canton South, Tyler Karovic had 3 passes, 0 completed, and 2 interceptions, which really, really hurt. And Shamar Blackman had 6 rushes for 55, and Cole Birch had 4 rushes for 38 yards. And that's the statistics. And it was pretty much one-sided.
It was.
By Alliance.
It really was. It was a sloppy game all the way around on both sides, and really felt like if South could have gotten that 90-yard touchdown run there, remember that Karovic had late in the game, they could have gotten that. I think they could have held on and won this game. So next up we have our, I believe our player of the game next, or is it the Rock Solid play of the game? It's the Rock Solid player of the game, brought to you by Friends and Family Credit Union, and no surprise here, Elmer, Shamar Blackman.
This young man can really run. He, as you mentioned before, he has great speed. I didn't realize he had that kind of speed, but did a really nice job. Matter of fact, later on in the game when he breaks one down, takes it down to about the 10-yard line.
He did.
He did another one. I mean, it's as I was kidding, it was probably the best thing that they could do is let him score and kick off to him, and so he could return it.
It's a bold strategy. I doubt it would.
Yeah, like you said, you're fired on Monday, but it would be fun to watch.
For giving up 10,000 yards in one game, you'd be fired. Last order of business here are player of the game. And, of course, this is going to go to an Alliance Aviator. And no surprise, we're going to give it to Jeff Talbert. He is the superintendent's son. So, Jeff, if you're going to watch this broadcast later, I guess you can rest easy in the fact that Jeff Talbert had 19 carries, 123 yards, and a score plus 2 catches, 31 yards. We talked about it. Ultimately, even though Hartsoe led the game-winning drive, it came down to the fact that Talbert, over the multitude of things that he did, deserved the award.
I did think for the totalitarianism of this game, Talbot
Totality.
Or totalitarianism. But anyways, Talbot just had a heck of a game. He kept him in the game. He really did. And I kept saying that Alliance looked sluggish. They kept looking sluggish. And the Talbot kid was playing hard. And the quarterback that you mentioned that came in, he did a really nice job. He really fired him up to take him in for that last touchdown, and that was a biggie. That was the clincher, and both of young men played very well. But I agree with Bob. Talbot should have got the thing. Plus, I know his dad real well, and
he is Elmer Sheets. That's Bob Jeffries right there that you can see on the screen. Noah Hiles is around here somewhere. Thanks to everyone for being part of the broadcast tonight. Billy Smith and our image video crew. Again, the Alliance Aviators get back to 500 with a 20-7 win over the Canton South Wildcats. We'll be back with you next week, live from Lake, as the Blue Streaks take on the Vikings. Until then, have a great night, everyone.